Hi and welcome to the Lunch Break Gardener. So we're going to go through a quick tour of the garden. Here are some sunflower seeds I've planted from 2 seed heads I kept, and these are roughly about 2 weeks old, I think. I did do a video on putting the seeds together for them, but I had absolutely hundreds of them. It took me forever. I used 2 big egg boxes to put the seeds in. This is my grapevine, permanently in the greenhouse. It's looking okay. I'm happy with that. Just keep watering it and putting manure around it and things. It's quite a hungry plant. So these are celeriacs. I did a video on planting these as seeds, and I planted them up in a container. I planted them as seeds last September, so they're looking quite good at the moment. I'm quite happy with them. I'm going to keep them in the greenhouse. They're in quite a shady part of the greenhouse, so they're not sort of getting scorched or bolting at the moment, but they are looking quite good. I'm happy to see where they go. I put some copper tape around the top just in case slugs got in. These are sweet corns. Just did a few of them to get started. And these are broad beans. I did some broad beans in a jar and some planted, and the planted ones are actually better. So these are peas. I've already got some peas in the bed, which I planted from seed quite early on. So I don't know what they're going to do, but they may be okay for pea shoots. And these are the broad beans that I planted. I put in a jar, a glass jar, like the old school trick. But they're not as advanced as the ones I actually planted direct. But they're coming along. They're okay. I should think they'll be alright. Oh, and this is really interesting. This is a bamboo stick cane, the end of it, and it's started to root, so I've left it. But I don't know if it'll grow or if it's just growing roots. I was just like amazed that it's still alive. Potatoes. Father-in-law gave me some potatoes he couldn't fit in, otherwise I wouldn't usually bother with potatoes. And these are the peas that I planted from seed back in January. As you can see, not too much happening with them, but it's nice to have something in the bed. So all the grass on there is where I cut the grass. These are garlics. I planted these last autumn. They're hardneck garlics, and they're looking quite good. I just need to weed. As you can see, I just pulled some weeds out there. Constant weeding in there. But they're looking okay. I'm quite happy with them. There's another random potato. And then my marigolds. I love them. I think I've got some coming up. I don't know whether you can see the other side. So in a previous video I split my rhubarb into 4, and they're all doing really well. I think it was the best thing I ever did, because it was just looking so weak before, and I interplanted some onions. So again, it's just a matter of constantly weeding by hand in there, which is a bit of a pain. And these are soft neck garlics. These aren't looking too good at all. I don't know what I've done differently with these, why the other garlics are so chunky, or whether soft neck garlics are smaller anyway. But the onions in here are looking okay. I'm happy with them. I'm not sure where I go next. The herb. Oh no, gooseberries. I have a quite a small gooseberry bush. I think this is about a year old. I've had it in the greenhouse over winter, but now it's time for it to come out. So hopefully we get something from there. And this was like the first raised bed I ever did, so I put like loads of herbs in it and strawberries. Strawberries are looking good. I don't take the strawberries in over winter. So I've got some sage, some rosemary, chives and fennel, which all together make a really nice herb salad. Now, I think this is a cherry tree. I got this free when I went to the hay festival, but I lost the tag for it, but I'm sure it's a cherry tree. That's blackberry bush. That's growing. I made the cardinal mistake of cutting it back. I didn't realise it was 2 years, every 2 years that they give fruit. So hopefully next year I'll get something on that. These are some Swedes I've left in to go to seed. So that's the first time I've done that, so I'm trying to harvest my own seeds. This is my plum tree. I planted that in last year. I didn't get it last year. I had it in a pot, but decided to plant it up. That's a bit of blossom. So see where that goes. I've got to support the branches with something, so I'm looking into that at the moment because it's not up against a wall or anything. So this is the rockery. I love a rockery. I've got a foxglove there and some alpine plants. I've got a couple of mint leaves as well. So this is my dog rose. I still haven't put the fencing up. Aim to do that in the less windy weather. So this is the front garden. So I've just got some tulips growing there. I generally grow a cucumber plant there because it gets full sun all day. This is a cherry tree. This was here when we moved in. We don't generally get too many cherries from them. Go to the birds, and the black fly are a nuisance on here. That's a bee house. It fell off in the wind, so I haven't put it back up yet. But I will. It's the reclaim fence. I got that for free off Facebook Marketplace and just painted it. It looks quite good. So I've got 2 blueberry plants. Hopefully we'll get something from them this year. They have also been housed in the greenhouse over winter, but I've now popped them out. So hopefully I'll keep you updated with them, see if we get anything from them. They've got the ericaceous soil, which I keep topping up with them. If you don't top it up with them, they soon let you know they're unhappy. And that's the wildlife pond, looking a bit overgrown. And this, if you've seen my other videos, you saw that I rescued this last year. I planted up a pear tree, and I was a little bit worried that it was going to go into a stress mode and do all the wrong things out of season, but it's blossoming now, which is correct. So I'm really happy with that, and it's looking really good. And I just planted some tulip bulbs around the base. It looks quite pretty from distance. I'm really happy with them. I actually got those bulbs from Marshall's. When I ordered my garlic bulbs, I got 30 tulip bulbs free, and that was in the autumn, so it might be worth looking out for that deal. So this is around the back of the house. This is the apple trees. This is a cooking apple tree, which was not too productive last year, but the year before was very, so I'm hoping this year it will be productive again. And this one is eating apple, and these look like they've been there for quite some time. They were there when we moved in. They're quite well established trees, and it's all overgrown at the base, but I like that look. And that's about it for the garden tour. So hopefully I'll see you soon when I start planting. Alright then, thanks, bye.